Good to go.
All right. Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, 10:07, August 20th, 2024, and you're listening to What's Good Denver. This is a podcast. It's a weekly celebration of culture and discovery and fun stuff to do in Denver for kids, couples, singles, and old timers. I'm Ryan Estes. Today I'm with Tom Toto Donahue and the double
Yes.
bow Knicks of podcasting, Troy Higgins. Now, Tom, I want to hear about your shows, but let's just start. I don't know if you caught the Broncos game, Troy. Tom, did you guys watch the game?
I didn't watch the preseason game. No, no. But I saw some highlights.
Yeah.
I had it on in the living room. I know that at one point they were winning. I don't know by the end if they won or not. But
Yeah, they killed him. I think it was like 26-2, something like that. And
nice.
everything was working. Now, albeit the Green Bay Packers did not start any of their starters. But that being said, all those guys out there are hungry to make one play to save their career. So I in preseason, like you might not have the talent, you're not gonna have the biggest, fastest guys, but you have a hunger in their belly. Like those guys need to perform. So that counts for something. And Bo Nix was out there throwing darts. I mean, every single year it's the same story with the Denver Broncos. This is the guy. But man, he looks composed. He looks like an NFL quarterback.
Was he with the starting unit the whole time, like the first unit?
Yeah.
How long did
Yeah.
they have him out there?
He was out there probably till like I'd say three quarters through the second quarter.
Oh, nice. So he got at least three, four drives in.
Yeah. Yeah. Threw a couple touchdown
22.
passes, was elusive in the pocket when necessary, but stepping up with a confident throw when he had it in the
Yeah.
pocket, good pocket presence. There's a lot to be excited about for with the Denver Broncos. How are the Raiders looking, Troy?
I don't want to talk about it.
Really?
Apparently, there's a QB battle going on between Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell for basically like who messes up less.
Ooh.
Yeah, gets the job. So. Not feeling too excited. I'm hoping. I'm honestly. This is a tank and get a good draft pick year for me. I think. I want to draft a quarterback. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not rooting against them, but like I won't be upset if they're losing games this season.
Oh
I saw
man.
I saw Tim Patrick returned.
Yeah, dude, he caught a touchdown pass.
Yeah, that's incredible because he was injured 2 years in a row, like
Yeah.
season-ending injuries.
Double
He's
ACLs.
Yeah, he's a high school alumni of mine,
Dang.
so cool to see him
Nice.
get back on the field.
Yeah, man, he is such a presence when he's healthy, but you just forget. I mean, he comes back and he's going to be a factor.
Hmm.
I mean, my hat goes up. I just tip my hat to that guy because, I mean, one ACL, dude, that's brutal. You not only the physical recovery that's involved with that and how fast those guys come back, like 12 months, they're back in professional football, but to do it twice, oh God.
Yeah, the type of mental commitment too, just to overcome that, being 2 years essentially out of your job due to injury, just coming back on the field is that's incredible.
Yeah, you're seeing these new guys every single year, fresh legs, you know. So, you know what? I'm optimistic and excited about the season, you know. Stidham came in, he had a pretty good drive. Zach Thomas came in, he got a safety. Or
Oh
Zach Wilson, my bad, Zach Wilson.
yeah, yep. I saw that.
So,
I saw,
man,
yeah, Tim Patrick too. Like, not it wasn't these only those two injuries. Like his come up in the NFL was also just not an easy path.
yeah,
Like, remember in high school, he was like pretty elite. Like he was really, really, really good. And then he was killing it at University of Utah, and then I think he broke his leg in college and went undrafted. I think he was part of the like 2017 or 2018 draft. And then he got picked up by the Ravens as an undrafted free agent. And he got cut, worked his way onto the practice squad at Denver, and like he was on Denver a couple years before he even really started playing like in actual games. And
yeah,
now he's like one of their guys, like
yeah,
so he's really come up the ranks.
totally. Well, he just caught a couple long balls, like fully extended, like high balling people and mossing them in the end zone. You're like, oh, okay. Okay, we didn't know he had that in him.
Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Totally. Tom, how were your shows, man? I know you had two shows last week.
They were good. Yeah, no. Saturday was a big day. We had this day party, which I'll talk about for my highlight later on. But yeah, then I had a show at Beacon, so that always goes well, packed out. Big production there on Saturday, so they had a lot of stuff set up, vendors. There were aerial performers. It was
Cool.
a cool one, without a doubt.
What kind of vendors were there?
Your classic like festival type vendors with some like heady stuff, trippy stuff, cool jewelry with like the stones and that kind of thing. There were some artists going out there, light
Nice.
painting, photography, like actual painting artists, people selling like custom sunglasses that they made. Like there was actually a lot of people out there.
Oh, nice. Cool.
They had
Awesome.
it set it they had it set up pretty nicely, and the place was packed out, so um, they always do pretty good at Beacon on a Friday or a Saturday.
Shout out to
Cool.
those guys, man. The owners seems like they're really trying to make that a special place, of like creating sensory like things. And I love that when people are engaged and really trying to go the extra mile.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and they're actually about to open up another spot in the Rhino area too, called Mockingbird. So I think that with that one they're going a little bit more chill, like burner vibe there. I mean, Beacon's definitely a burner vibe, but this one they're going even further with that. More immersive on the art sense and chiller on the music. So I'm excited to see what happens with that spot too.
It's dope, man. It reminds me a quick story. Back when I was the music director of Dazzle, my Friday nights is when and Dazzle is a kind of like a world famous jazz club at this point in Denver. And I was kind of the founding music director for that. We would do, I think, probably something like 15, 16 shows a week. It was incredible.
Whoa.
And I love straight ahead jazz. I'm a jazz guy, but I came up in hip hop era, and I love the boom bap stuff. So on Friday nights we did a night called Ascension, and it was like acid jazz and hip hop and reggae sometimes, that kind of vibe. And so we would do the same things. We'd have like live painters and poets and like that whole thing. And it was just like such a cool night for like years and years and years. Ascension on Fridays. And one of the coolest music experience of my life was it's all going, everything's cool, and then bang, the power goes out, completely dead. There was like a big storm outside. So outside, lightning's cracking, the rain is falling, light goes out, bar goes down, everything's dark. And so everyone started lighting candles, and then the drummer, Damien, he had a whole bag of like the percussion stuff, like bells and like blocks and like all chimes and all that stuff. And he just started like dispersing them through everywhere. And
Hmm.
they did like this live drum circle where everybody was playing and clapping and chanting and stuff. It was like the most incredible night. It was so cool. And
Nice.
the lights never did come back on. So it was like hours of just like this like live spontaneous thing. It was so cool.
That's cool. That's super cool. Horns
Yeah.
players, too, they could probably keep going. You don't need to be too mic'd up for that, depending on the size of the place.
Yeah. I remember there was a guy named Greg who was a flute player, and he was jamming there in the corner, but you couldn't hear it at all.
Hmm.
He's just getting drowned out.
Yeah. It's like, oh man, I don't know what that flute's doing over there. But nice, man. Cool. Well, definitely keep us posted, Tom. And it starts at the Beacon, it ends at Red Rocks. We're
Yeah,
gonna have to next year. This time, it's gonna be like, all right, Tom's Thursday night, Red Rock. Let's go.
that'll be the day. That'll be good.
Have
Um,
you ever been to Burning Man, Tom?
Now I almost got ready to pack up and go this week, but I my buddy who's my Burning Man pro, he didn't have enough room left in his RV, so I was like, I'm gonna wait until I go with you, so maybe next year. But yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're firing that up this week, so it looks
I,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
one of my friends is going for 12 days, and I'm just like, holy, like,
The full thing, yeah. So they have like the setup week and then the actual burn week, I guess, right? There's
Yeah,
like some
yeah.
setup time beforehand, but I think it's the official thing starts this week, right?
Yeah, I think it's like 5 days away. I've never been, but I have friends that go every year. So maybe one of these days, I'm gonna have to just mentally prepare myself. Just go for it.
Yeah, let's do it next year, Troy. We'll commit.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Get me in one of those RVs and I'll be set.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. That we won't do it without an RV. That's for sure. Oh man.
Yeah, Burning Man looks absolutely amazing. I love the people that do it, but that would be the last place on planet Earth you would ever find me.
Yeah, it looks pretty crazy over there.
All those people, I'd be freaking out. I'd be like, dude, I need some space.
Survival of the
Nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today's feature is Denver bucket list. Oh no, it's not Denver bucket list items. I'm looking at the wrong date. Or is it Denver bucket list items?
No, no, no. That's last
Today
week.
is today's Denver on a budget.
On a
Denver on a
budget.
budget. My
Yep.
bad. Yeah, we did bucket list last week.
Yeah.
So Denver on a budget, and I got a bunch of good stuff pulled. To follow the show, go to kitcaster.com/Denver and subscribe on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. And there's a little spot in there where you can submit your event. We're happy to talk about it. We're happy to interview anybody who's got any launches coming up. We'd love to have you. Our music is by Troy Higgins. Our sponsor is kitcaster.com. All right, Tom, you want to rip into events?
Yeah, let's do it. First thing I got is, and we talked about this last year. I wanted to go, but I didn't. This year, I'm giving it another valiant effort. But we got the 2024 Denver Brunch Festival. Okay, I know I keep bringing up the food fest and the alcohol festivals here, but the Denver Brunch Fest is looking pretty sweet. Your biggest bottomless brunch in Denver. You're gonna get samples of small brunch bites and sips from all of Denver's best brunch spots. So, I mean, it's for me, it's hard to find a good brunch spot. So I feel like this is a great way to see what's around town. Let's see. There's going to be over 40 dishes to sample. Is this 40 vendors?
God
Yeah,
dang.
definitely 40 food vendors at least. And everyone's probably going to have their own drink. And then you have the drink vendors as well. People like um, Mile High Spirits. We got Torchy's Tacos, Playa Bowls, now Pho.
I'm
Everyone's going to be there.
I'm even recognizing some of these places. Voodoo Donut, Vegan Van,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Denver Biscuit Company's coming through.
ST
Yeah.
House. Or they're like a bigger chain, I think.
Flight Club. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a brunch showdown. And if you go watch the video, it's looking exactly like you would think. All the girls are out for brunch. They're having their girls' days. You got all the boys coming through, just stuffing their faces. I mean, it looks cool. Lots of cool sponsors. Be Fresh, Volo, lots of big local brands coming through. So, and let's just find out real quick. What happens if it rains? It's rain or shine. Boom. I remember we used to go through some frequently asked questions. These are funny. Are kids allowed? No.
No,
No
dude,
kids at
there,
brunch.
there's like 30 alcohol vendors, dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can't have kids around that. Gluten-free and vegan options? Unfortunately, no. This is not an allergen-free event, but some places probably will have some options.
Yeah, I saw a vegan place on there, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
vegan van is there. Like, come on. But it says it's not specifically for that. It looks like you're getting a little plate from each of these, like chicken waffles. Oh, I wonder if that's the one from Linger because that's good stuff. But yeah, this is cool. The ticket is like $90. After the fees, you're probably gonna pay like 105, $110 to do this, but you're gonna leave full and you're gonna have as many drinks as you want. It's from noon to 4 p.m. So you got 4 hours of brunching. Do this and then plan to not eat at all the rest of the day. So do this and then plan something after that. Maybe gives you some time to rest and then get back into it because you're gonna need some digestion time.
No doubt. It looks like it's at the Sculpture Garden, right?
This one's the Tivoli Quad. Um,
Oh, okay. Okay. It's across the street.
yeah,
It's near. Yeah. Okay.
it's near the sculpture garden. Tivoli Quad is on the DU or sorry the CU campus, um, kind of near Ball Arena. So like
Yeah.
you're just across the street from Ball Arena. Picture like you're on that corner, Spear, Ball Arena's across whatever road that is right there. That's where we're at. So yeah,
Nice.
check that out. It looks like a good one. Not the worst
Yeah.
price.
That
It's
looks
on
amazing.
Saturday, by the way. Only a few tickets left. And then next up, we got Denver. I briefly mentioned this last week, but you have to mention it. It's one of the biggest conventions in Denver each year, and probably one of the biggest furry conventions in the world. Okay. Um, Denver, Denver is located this year at the Sheridan Denver, and the theme is Adventures in the Chocolate Factory. All right. I mean, if you haven't driven around downtown during Denver to see how serious this is, like, it's a big thing. you, the furries are coming out, and they go hard. The costumes are crazy every single day. All you gotta do is just take a drive through downtown convention center area. This is gonna be August 23rd to 25th, or you can get in there, register for the event, and check it out. There's a whole schedule of stuff. I'm not too tapped into the furry
I'm
community.
I'm looking at
No.
an image, and it kind of looks like my worst nightmare, but also really cool at the same time.
Dude, yeah, there's
Look at this
definitely some.
image I'm sending into the Zoom chat right now.
Dude, the code of conduct is worth of looking at too, because a lot has been made, I feel like, as furries is like some kind of like sexual preference. But they're
Mm,
doing their best here, it looks like, to kind of keep this above board. Dude, that is a complete nightmare.
Yeah,
Look at
I'm not going
that's a
there.
nightmare pick. I'm not gonna lie. This is a nightmare scenario. Hold on, we could share with the viewers here.
Uh, oh man, I don't want to yuck anybody's yum, but man, that looks absolutely horrifying.
This has to be purposefully scary, right?
my next question is like, what are the security measures in place? Because that it's
Well,
just
let's look at some of these rules here. Okay, children under the age are permitted, under the age of 13 are permitted with a parent or guardian.
okay.
Okay. Conventions are rated PG in public areas, but PG-13 is acceptable after 8 p.m. So what
Mm,
does that mean? Does that mean you can say the F word once and show one nipple?
PG
I,
13.
I feel like anywhere where you have that many people in one spot with their identities concealed, like just you gotta be watching that closely. That's all I'm gonna say.
it's a good point.
Exceptions
Yeah.
exceptions will be made in areas clearly marked as mature, um, with the ratings above PG 13.
What?
Oh, there it is.
You may have to display photo identification to verify age. 18 plus areas will be off limits to minors, regardless of parental consent. Well, I was looking at the schedule here, and there are non not safe for work slash age restricted events.
Hmm.
Ah,
Okay.
it's interesting what they do not allow. They do not allow military costumes, paramilitary gear, military uniforms from any era, military police or handheld radios, any racist cosplay, that's good, or realistic prop weapons. But they seem very, there must have been some kind of military furry battalion that like infiltrated one of their conventions and they're like, no, no more military.
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
very interesting.
there's a lot here though that they're doing to protect to make sure there is no physical assault, battery, stalking, or
Mm-hmm.
unwelcome physical attention. That's good. You know,
Yeah, I'm sure they gotta keep out like even other big conventions too. That's a serious thing. Fursuit photos. Wow, they got more big fursuit squad pics.
dude, I'm feeling bad now that I had such a visceral reaction to these pictures, but It's a little staggering when you see 1,000 people in these furry costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, some of the costumes are actually scary. Like they're not
Yeah,
even
this guy right here, I
the guy
mean,
in the brown in the front's kind of scary.
yeah. No, that's exactly who I'm looking at right now. There's one kid who's just got some fuzzy ears. I don't know how he ended up here
Yeah,
in the
he's
full fursuit pick.
who let him in?
Who let that guy in?
Man,
Do
who
the
knew?
do the like TV, MA, or the above PG-13 areas cost extra, or is that included in the ticket, or is that like a special package? How does that work?
the the horny package. No, I think it's all included. It's all
Oh,
included.
Okay.
You just can't, it's just age restricted for some stuff.
Okay.
Imagine, all right, just hold on a sec. Imagine you were staying at the Sheraton Denver this weekend and you didn't know that this was going on. And
I'm sure that
dude,
happens.
there.
maybe,
This looks like a cool event. They got a battle of the floor, a dance battle.
yeah, I saw that.
Oh, nice.
Floor Wars.
Yeah, that's
So
that's
you
cool.
and you probably get to wear your mask and your suit, so no one's gonna know your identity, so you can just let loose and not care about one making fun of you or anything.
Exactly. They
Yeah,
got art shows, DJs, panels. Maybe I should get a slot in here. I just don't have the right costume for this, so.
dude.
Alright, so,
What if Rocky showed up and just destroyed the dance battle? He like gets Rocky comes flying in from the rafters. And he's like, "You think you're furry? Ah!"
oh yeah. I do this for a job. I'm the highest paid mascot in sports history.
Yeah.
Let's
And the
go.
dinger's wandering around like, "I'm just here to have fun, guys. What's going on?"
Oh, the
Yeah,
dinger.
Rocky must be part of like the furry elite. Like I'm pretty sure he's the highest paid mascot like in sports history right now at the moment.
No doubt.
So he
Fun
must be.
fact: it's actually two guys. It's a guy and his son.
Yeah, I think the Sun's kind of taking over now, right? But
Yeah,
Who's Rocky again? Oh, is that the Denver Nuggets?
the Nuggets
yeah,
mascot, yeah,
Okay.
it's crazy the stuff that they'll do during the games. Um,
yeah.
So
but
they do
yeah, I,
flips with the dunking and stuff like that.
oh, crazy stuff. I wonder if the furry community, looks up to people like that, or if that's like a furry celebrity, mascots, if that counts or not.
Hmm.
It's a good
Interesting.
point. Like they got posters of like various mascots. Like the one of my favorite is the what's the Philadelphia guy? The
Big.
Philadelphia Fanatic. Is that him for the
uh,
Phillies?
Oh,
The Philly
yeah,
fanatic.
yeah.
He's a legend.
All right,
The Philly Fanatic.
let
It
me.
is the
It is the Philly fanatic.
yeah the green guy.
It's great.
Let me keep us moving here, because furry's taking over. So this is how it starts. Um, okay,
Well,
so
I'll
what's up, Troy?
sleep tonight. Thanks, Tom.
Yes, you're
Yeah,
welcome,
I'm not
man.
gonna be able to sleep. Oh,
Next up, we got this Shine Music Festival happening at RealWorks on Saturday, 8/24. I put this in, this they have all different types of live performances here. Headliners Carl Denson, Neil Evans. There's a lot of different things going on here. Um, but it's a great way to check out RealWorks if you have not been there yet. They are going to have some free portions of this as well. RealWorks is over connected to Tracks. It's all one big facility up there in Rhino. They are doing a lot of different things. They're seeking colorblind individuals to try out these cool colorblind glasses with all the lasers and light shows there. So they want people to sign up for that. They got tons of different activities and groups going on, kid friendly stuff. I mean, free admittance to some of the shows at the main stage. Um, Definitely check it out. I mean, it's going to be a cool event. The amount of different types of activities in addition to the music that they're adding onto this really makes it something for everybody. So that's going to be August 24th, sorry, at Real Works.
Yeah, I picked that one too, Tom, because it's totally free, noon to 6, which I think is awesome.
Oh, you got that on here too? Nice.
Yeah,
The flyer. Flyer's got a cool design.
Yeah,
yeah.
it does. Yeah, free lineup. Yeah, right until 6:30 even actually. So definitely check that out. I mean, they're going to have a lot of cool stuff set up. Feel the beat, full body sound, sober, silent disco. They got some dating, matchmaking type things going on. I mean, I'm just showing everybody what's going on here, but colorblind, things, cool glasses and stuff for them to try out. Sensory Club, Swallow Hill Music School.
Cool.
Check that one out. It seems like something for everybody over there. And then quickly, I'll jump right into Red Rock schedule. We talked about Nathan Ratliff and the Night Sweats. That's tonight, August 20th, and tomorrow, August 21st. Thursday, the 60th anniversary of the Beatles at Red Rocks. They got the 1964 tribute band coming through, which I've heard that they're really good. Um, Probably best Beatles tribute you're going to find out in the world.
Yeah.
Friday. Have you seen them, Ryan?
I have. Yeah. They're amazing. I mean, it's the Beatles. It's totally insane from 1964. So,
Nice.
I like the latter Beatles, but I think the early Beatles get a lot of hate just because it's so poppy and glossy, but it's amazing. I do want to hold your hand, and you want to hear that in perfect harmony with, the guy who plays Paul plays that like acoustic electric bass backwards. It's great. They're awesome.
There was a Beatles tribute band on the cruise that I just did last month, and it wasn't what you really wanted. Um,
Yeah.
the Beatles tribute band. So these guys, I'm sure, are the pros. They've been playing Red Rocks for what, like 15 years?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
If you're gonna play like tribute to a band like that, you got to get it right, or it's gonna come off cheesy if you can't nail it.
Exactly. You have to nail it. Friday, Marco Antonio Solis. I mean, it's got to be some kind of Latino singer here because it is the vibe of his flyer, and it's just him. Friday night, he's got to be big if he's got a Red Rocks Friday night, all to
Yeah.
himself here. Saturday, Reggae on the Rocks. Revolution, always doing this each
Respect.
year. August 24th at 1 p.m. Saturday. Sunday, Parker McCollum and Corey Kent. Monday, John Fogerty. And then into Tuesday, Wednesday next week, Khruangbin. Troy, how were they? How was Khruangbin?
Epic. Yeah, they were awesome. So good live. They sound so close to the studio album.
Really?
Crazy. Yeah, like they must have the exact same rig and gear they used to record the album because they sound like literally identical live.
I know a lot of people who are really big followers of them, and really, if they're on any lineup, they're going to go see them if it's
Yeah.
doable.
Yeah, it was cool. I was super happy I got to go out and see him.
Hell yeah. That's all I got.
Dude, couple of quick things. Reggae on the Rocks, man, that was like a seminal event. That was the event I went to when I was in high school for many years. And so I want to give a shout out to a couple of people. Now, if is King Yellow Man? Because that's bananas. I thought that like he got like cancer of the jaw and had his jaw removed or something. I'm not sure. But also Israel Vibration is playing, which is insane too. These guys were old men when I was in high school, and they all had polio. Israel Vibration is this amazing reggae band. 3 dudes with polio, and they'd be up there with the crutches and like just dancing and grooving.
They all
They're
had polio?
amazing. I think the 3 main guys they met in like a polio ward, I mean, I think polio has been eradicated from like vaccines. I don't think polio even exists, but back in the day, it was a problem. So these guys met back then and put this band together, and they absolutely kill it. It's a great band. I got to figure out if King Yellowman is Yellowman. That would
I'm
be
looking
weird.
at it, and it's definitely the same guy.
No way,
King
dude.
Yellowman, Jamaican DJ. He looks like he's had some jaw issues. It says here that he's an albino.
Yeah, he's one of the. I mean, all respect, but man, he's one of the wildest looking persons you ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he is hella dope. I mean, for people that like dance hall, he was like one of the early dance hall guys, from the 70s. Like he's the man. I'm gonna listen to Yellow Man all day. I love that guy.
And
And also shout out to Judge Roughneck, who's been doing ska in Denver since the 90s too. I love those guys. Shout out to all of them. It's cool that they always play Red Rocks. It's great. They've been at it forever. It's amazing.
King
Cool.
Yellowman, an albino who delivered rebelliousness through an irreverent, comic, catchy style over an assertive new sound. Dance hall.
Yeah, dude. He's dope. He has got the sickest flow. Yellow Man is. I'd go just for that and leave. And well, I'd stay for Israel Vibration too. But yeah, cool, man. All right, I got a couple of things. The fantastic Mr. Fox is playing tonight at Sculpture Park, Denver Performing Arts Complex. It's totally free. It's at 6:30. Have you guys seen Fantastic Mr. Fox?
I have
No.
not.
Oh, it's an absolute classic. What is it? Wes Anderson and George Clooney plays as Fox, but it's all stop animation, you know? And it's about this wily fox who's sneaking into like eat the chickens. I mean, it's absolute masterpiece. I love that movie so much. Very fun thing to do. Also, tomorrow there is a Denver Startup Week community kickoff, which is at Skyline Park. Now, Denver Startup Week, I don't think doesn't start till September 16th. We got some time. So they're probably out there recruiting like volunteers and people to help out with the event. If you are aspire to one day own a business or you're inspired by startup community, this is the largest free startup event in the world, Denver Startup Week. And we've all participated in various ways over the years. So definitely check out their community kickoff. Should be awesome. We also have America 250 Colorado 150. Now, so what's happening is that the birthdays are lining up in kind of an auspicious way. So America's turning 250 years old, Colorado's turning 150 years old. So they have an event. Now, the event, I don't want to throw shade on anybody, and I love intellectuals and I love museum people, but they don't really know how to put a snappy title on an event to really get people to draw them in. So this is what they're calling this.
Yeah, let's see. I want to
Try
hear you
this.
to go.
I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give this a shot. It's the sesquicentennial commemoration.
Sesquicentennial commemoration.
Ooh, good. Do that one again.
Good, good, good.
No, I can't.
Yo, you had it. Come on, one more time.
Sesquicentennial commemoration. No,
Sesquicentennial. Semiquicentennial centennial.
Sesquisemisquincentennial. Yeah,
just can't.
boom.
You gotta just go for it.
Dude, shout out to these guys. Just call it Colorado Fest. Let's go. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Sesquisemis. I can't do it. Nobody could do that.
They did
Like-
that on purpose.
They did that on purpose. See, sometimes smart people just trying to flex on everybody. There's going to be everybody working at this event. You're going to go walk up to it, and they're going to all have it on the tip of their tongue. Hey, welcome to the commemoration. And you're like, shut up, man. You drive me crazy with this terrible name.
Go hit up the Denver Fur Fest instead.
Yeah, exactly. They are not trying to mess with us like that.
Those guys know how to do it. But what I did want to do is it's awesome. And we want to celebrate the birthday of Colorado and the United States. But I found this like cool link that I'm going to share the screen. I hope this doesn't mess up the stream, Tom. But I want to just show you guys these pictures, these old school pictures, kind of rare pictures from Denver, from back in the Dickety days, 19 Dickety Dick. I don't know why I said that, but I want to apologize to everybody real quick that this is like an eye bleed website with so many pop-ups and stuff. But check out some of these pics. Look at those. This is Alameda going over the Platte. It's like a wooden bridge, dude. Look at
Wow.
those drippy bicycles.
Hell
Boom.
yeah.
Look at that. Union Depot, bro. All these trolleys, down there, there's still a lot of these like old red buildings are still down there, but so much of this
Is
has
that Union
changed.
Station?
I think this is like where Union Station, you'd be facing out. This is, I think, before they built Union Station, 1908.
Those like red buildings remind me of when I got off the train at Union Station.
Totally. Yeah.
Area.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you. Yeah. Look at there's horses, dude. Look at that. A horse cart. Back in those days, you would have got off a train and got onto a cart and then gone to the same places that we went.
Yeah.
Look at this. No trees.
Wow, Capitol building's looking the same.
Yeah. So Tom, this is Gates Rubber right off of like what is that? Broadway and like First Avenue. They've got a war garden. Like literally you got to feed the troops with this cabbage and respect to this garden, dude. Look at the size of those cabbages.
Yeah, for real.
Stout Street. That looks dope. I think this is Central City right here. Look at that.
Wild.
Yeah, you definitely, if you're walking down that road, you better be robbing the bank and riding your horse out of there.
Yeah.
Look at these guys, man.
Omnibus for the mountains. That's taking you up to the mountains.
Yeah, major flex. They're like, look what we got, son. A bus. 1910.
Oh yeah.
Ice storage. Daniels and Fisher building. So this building famously burned to the ground, but the tower remains. And this is where you have like we talked about this a couple times. Lanny's Clock Tower Cabarets up here, various buildings, but only the clock tower remains. Little racing, hydraulic and stone. Digby Bell. I don't know who that is, but there was one other one. There was where's this one? Convention Hall. Look at those guys.
Wow.
124 years ago.
That's so wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stagecoach, bro. Stagecoach. You got to drive that thing with 4 horses. It's wild. Nice. Anyway,
cool.
shout out to Denver's Colorado's 150th birthday. That's really cool. Couple other events here. In similar news, the Colorado Cornhole Classic is Friday, August 23rd, 3 to 11 p.m. Saturday, August 24th, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. This is at down in Rhino or Ballpark District between Blake and Market. So it's a weekend-long community tournament and festival. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for some reason, when I see cornhole is on TV, I watch it.
Yeah.
It's an oddly entertaining spectator sport.
Where can you watch cornhole? Like, is that on like ESPN 2 or something?
I think it's like ESPN4.
Okay.
It'll like randomly be on there. I've flipped and seen it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
just pretty much hit every single one, and then when they
Yeah.
miss, it's like a perfect blocking one anyway, so it gets pretty intense.
So it's like
Totally.
bowling kind of. It's like if they miss, it's like a huge deal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a swish every time. And it'd be like the team would be like a 65-year-old guy and a 12-year-old kid, and they're like, all right, and they got their like shirt, and they just drill it every single time.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's cool. It sounds like Mayor Michael Johnson is going to be opening. So like he's throwing out the commemorative pitch. Or what are they called? Bags? Are they called bags?
Yeah, I think so.
Commemorative bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bags.
Nice. And that's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like a fun week. And also, shout out to Denver Public Schools. All the kiddos went back to school this week. My kids just went back. Their first day was today because the freshmen all went yesterday. So the kids are back in school. So parents, You get a break during the day now.
Nice.
So shout out to DPS. I'm excited for some high school football. Both my kids playing football this year, so we've got our football bag all put together. A little sunscreen, some water bottles, a blanket in case a lightweight blanket in case the sun's too hot, or a little bit medium-sized blanket in case you get chilly.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah,
Well prepared.
well prepared. Let's do some highlights. Troy, what was your highlights from last week?
So I had a friend come up and visit me up here in LA. She's moving to Australia, so like in a couple days or a week or two actually. So it was nice to visit with her. She's a longtime old friend, so we hung out, got some food, and just chilled. So it was great visiting with her before she moves away indefinitely. Then I also went and ate at this place called Howlin' Ray's, who I've actually talked about on this show before. It's a Nashville hot chicken spot. It's incredible.
Mm.
They do not mess around. If you're ever in LA, it's a must try. They're they're incredible. I might be the best chicken sandwich I've ever had, at least
Ooh,
top two. So if you're ever in LA, you got to give this place a try. I had to plug it on the show because it's phenomenal.
that looks good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
About
yeah,
some good chicken, Nashville hot chicken.
yeah. It's one of my weaknesses for
Dude,
sure.
this looks super legit. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. It's in Chinatown in like this little like kind of just rinky-dinky rundown center. You'd never expect it, but you go in, it's a window. There's no like you can't go in. It's just a window and there's a line at all times, like a 30-minute line. So you got to be prepared to wait a little bit, but very worth, very worth.
Nice, man. Why is your friend moving to Australia? How does that even happen?
She just wants to go explore and she has friends out there. I think she has a job lined up too. I don't remember exactly what she said, but I think the primary reason is to go explore and be with some good friends she has over there and just live in a different country for a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah. So I have a couple friends who've moved out there actually, and they really like it. So I had one friend who just moved back, and he said the like the spiders and the insects and the snakes and stuff were a lot
Mm.
for him.
Can see
Like
that.
Isn't,
I don't know
isn't
if
everything kill you in Australia? Like great
yeah,
white sharks and snakes and
you get the huntsman spiders in your
mm,
house. They're like
They're like this big.
yeah, they're like the size of like a soccer ball. It's pretty yeah, it's he was like, I just hate because I can't reach my hand in like dark places here. I was
Oh,
like, I was like,
man, he's a big reaching his hand in dark places kind of guy.
it was a common thing for him, apparently. Yeah.
Where's a good dark place I can stick my hand? Not in Australia.
Yeah, exactly.
like
Exactly.
reach under the couch and for something the size bigger than your hand grabs you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. I've taken it out of context a little bit. He's big into climbing, like outdoor
Oh,
climbing.
okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes
So
sense.
he's talking about crevices and holes, but I think like dark places in your house too are valid as well.
Oh man, yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't like that.
No. Anyways, what was your guys' highlight?
What you got, Tom?
I'm highlighting this Denver progressive house music. They did a day party on Saturday at Snag Collective, which is a buddy of mine's shop over in Rhino. They got a warehouse that they also repurpose for events when they are having fun on the weekend instead of grinding hat making during the week. But yeah, it was really well put together event and really great music. Denver Progressive House Music Squad. They know how to throw down. So it was a great day party atmosphere. Great day for it as well. I mean, it started out hot in the day, but then some clouds rolled in. Never really rained, but we got some nice wind coming through, and it was definitely a good time for sure. Perfect day party music.
Nice.
Nice, man.
Epic.
Mm.
Cool. My highlight was my 19th wedding anniversary. Heidi and I celebrated with our kiddos at a dinner, and we went to a restaurant that we've talked about at this place a couple of times, Zomo, down on Broadway in Inglewood.
Yes.
It was absolutely exquisite, and we ran into the owner, and we told her that we are celebrating our wedding anniversary, and so she comped the appetizers, and she also said do you know about our secret menu? And I was like, actually, I have no idea. The secret is well kept. And so she started running it down. I was like, you know what? Her name's Alyssa. I was like, do you want to come on the best podcast in Denver, Colorado and talk about the secret menu for Zomo? And she was like, I would love that. So I'm going
Great.
to make sure I'm going to make that happen. We're going to get her in here. She's got a wonderful story. Her grandma's Vietnamese and works in the restaurant. She's the chef. Alyssa and all her kids are like running around all the time wearing the merch. This is a family who's all in on the restaurant, and it shows. It was a Wednesday. Then we went in there, and you had to have reservations in Inglewood. So shout out to Zomo. I'm going to work that out. We'll get her in here. All right, let's hit this feature. I know we got 3 minutes, so I'm going to rattle through mine really quick. What we want to talk about is Denver on a budget. And I've got just a couple quick recommendations. I'll kick it over to Tom. Okay, one easy one. Explore the outdoors. You got Red Rocks, you got City Park, you got Wash Park, you got all the parks. Go get that done. Also the museums and just about all the museums have a free day, and they're kind of bananas. There's people definitely take advantage of it. So the Art Museum, the Denver Natural History Museum, the History and Science Museum, they all have free days at least once a month. So take advantage of that. One thing I also really like to do are local neighborhood self-guided tours, or if you have the time, jump on one of the tours. Like in those meetup groups, there's always like a cool historical tour. I've been on one in the Highlands, which is really neat. They go tour you around like the old mansions and stuff and all the masons that built things. There's one downtown. There's several self-guided tours where you can kind of imbibe yourself in like the mystical Denver of yore. The other thing I think is that we don't really talk about much, but it's the beer scene in Denver. So I don't know how much of a budget this is these days. A pint is what, $12 or something insane?
Mm-hmm.
But but Denver is well known for like having amazing beers, as we all well know. And of course, if you're like me, maybe you veered off and you're doing more like, vodka and soda like Tom, or maybe I'll have a White Claw. We got to keep our eye on our figure. But I tell you, at least once or twice a summer, you got to go do a good brewery crawl. So and keep it tight on a budget. Tom, what you got for Denver on a budget?
I picked a simple $20 date day. Okay, $20 day for two. Started off in the morning with the Santiago's breakfast burrito.
20
Right?
per person or 20 total for two people?
That you could do this on the right day for 20 total. And
Whoa.
Yeah.
you got to control yourself at the Rockies game. But you start off with the Santiago's breakfast burrito, $3 each one. Get yourself some small breakfast, and then you go and hit up the Rockies game. You can get tickets for that, $6, maybe $7 a person sometimes. And that's $20, two people, $10 each. You got a breakfast burrito and baseball game. And then you just can't spend any money at the stadium at all.
Gotta pay to
Drink
park.
water.
Gotta pay to park.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, you could find a free spot if you pull up into Rhino, Lake Street. There's free spots. They fill up quick on a game day, but um,
Okay.
no, yeah, those are just some. I try to think of my cheapest breakfast and cheapest activity. Rockies game is actually one of the cheapest activities you could do in the city these days. So, um, yeah,
Shout out. You got a favorite Santiago's location, Tom?
yeah, it's the Federal and Sixth Avenue one for sure. It's really the only one
That's
I go to.
that's a good one. That's a good one. I like the Federal and 26th. I like that one too.
Oh, Federal and 26. Okay, nice.
Yeah, there's a good one down there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the podcast. Shout out to Tom. Shout out to Troy. Thanks from all of us for listening to the show. Definitely go to kitcaster.com/Denver to subscribe to the show on all the platforms and drop us a note if you'd like us to talk about your upcoming event. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you
All
guys.
right.
Talk.
Later, bros.
Thanks. See you.